Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you the final checkout video of Roger's telephone from Texas. This is an A&E, and it's a LPC 7255, and this telephone has the factory conversion to a touchtone. And basically, in the initial checkout video, we had talked about how Roger had sent some of the pieces in, like the not the network, but the board and the keypad to have checked out, and we didn't see anything. But usually what happens is when we repair these, we have to have the whole telephone, so we have all the connections and the wiring block and the network and everything. So Roger sent his whole telephone in, and I had talked about in the initial video, that checkout video, that a lot of times what happens with these telephones is there's a wiring conflict, and basically that's what it came down to. We had to troubleshoot the telephone, find the wiring conflicts, and repair them. And also the other situation was he had a modular line cord that was coming out of the back of the telephone, and he wanted a modular port right here installed so that he could plug any telephone line cord that he wanted into it, any length, any color, and so we took care of that. Now I have the telephone apart to kind of show you. It looks a little different than it did on the initial checkout, and I'll give you a little look here at what's going on. That looks a little different now. Everything's put back together again, and the coin validator is there, and his wiring harness plug is here, and he still has, I have this off because we're going to drop some money through the machine. The vault door is off of the telephone. For that reason, we're going to drop a few coins through, although that wasn't the issue with this telephone. We're still going to do some final checks. Now, there's no bell in this telephone, and we had also talked about putting a bridge rectifier in this unit, and I have talked to Roger since then, and basically we've decided we're not going to go with a bridge rectifier. He's pretty knowledgeable about these telephones, and he knows how to solve that problem. But you know, bridge rectifiers are nice to have for the simple fact that they protect your polarity, and no matter where you plug them in, they're always going to work. So we're going to leave that out of the situation at this time. But anyway, I have it all apart because I wanted to kind of show you everything after our repair has been made, and our modular port has been installed. And so, you know, just kind of shows you that he has most all of his equipment in this telephone, like his changer, you know, for his change, accept the change or return. Now, none of that is going to really work, basically, because you'd have to have it all connected up. But it's all there, and that's, you know, that's kind of neat that it's all there still. So anyway, we're going to do some checks on this telephone now. We're not going to ring it because there is no bell, and I'm going to go ahead and set the body back on the telephone so that we can plug everything in now. I'll go ahead and start doing all that. We'll set this telephone back up where it belongs, the body. And we can go ahead and lock it. It's a cool telephone. You know, collectors go crazy over these because of the fact that you know, they're the revised model that has the touchtone. So it's a 3-slot payphone with the touchtone modification. So that kind of gives you some look at it. What we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and start doing some final checks on this telephone. I'm going to give you some dial tone, and we'll go ahead and dial our numbers. You can see on the analyzer I'm going to end in a 2. I'm going to hang up, give you some dial tone, go ahead and dial our numbers one more time. End in a 2, and I'm going to go ahead and transmit. If you see this red indicator on the analyzer, that shows 100% modulation every time I transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. And although that wasn't the initial problem that it came in for, I like to try to check all of the working aspect of the telephone while it's in for repair. So, and we did do, went into it and repaired the wiring issues. So I want to check everything that's going on with the telephone. Also want to swing the telephone around real quick, and this will kind of give you an idea after what we do, the conversion on the line cord. All you simply have to do now is you can walk up to the telephone and plug any line cord that you want in. Now what I want to do is I want to switch line cords here. I want to put it in a regular telephone line, and I'm going to spin the telephone around here. And what we're going to do is go ahead and make a couple calls with it. Let's call like a time and temp.
Good afternoon. Ford, drive one and you'll know. At Offenburg Ford at Belleville and O'Fallon. Today is Wednesday, November 2nd. The time is 1:07. Current temperature 78 degrees. Now the weather forecast for the Belleville area.
Partly cloudy today with highs in the 70s. Partly cloudy this evening, then becoming mostly cloudy with a chance of showers and occasional showers after midnight. Lows in the upper 40s. Much cooler on Thursday. Cloudy skies with rain likely. Highs in the lower 50s.
Okay. So now what we can do is give you some more dial tone, and I'm going to call my number, and it's going to be busy. And here we can also, I'll go ahead and hang up, give you some dial tone. We'll call, say, Walmart.
Thank you for calling Walmart.
Maybe they're on break. Yeah, could I get the deli, please? Yeah, do you guys carry, like, cooked crawfish?
No.
You don't have any seafood at all?
No.
Okay, do you guys sell old stale donuts?
Do we sell donuts? Bakery sell donuts.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll give them a call. Thank you for all your help.
Okay, thanks.
Bye now. Well, evidently, they don't have what we're looking for today. And so we know that part of it works, and they can hear us, and so everything's fine. I'm going to go ahead and drop a quarter through, and you'll hear it gong. And then I'm going to drop another one. And probably what's happening is the chute is probably closed. And so what we'll do is, I'm not sure what Roger's planning on. He may not be running money through this, but I will definitely check the chute, because it's probably not allowing it to go all the way down because of the fact that it's not set up that way at this time, or the chute's closed. Dimes will hit twice the bell, another dime. And then I'm going to do a nickel, that's one. And then another nickel. Okay, and now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and take the body off real quick. And we'll set this aside. And I do believe what's happened here is our chute needs to go ahead and release our money. And basically it released it down into the coin return. So we know that if it was connected the way they meant it to be connected in the old days, and the way they worked on the street, that the telephone would work. And basically it's a chute issue, and you can open the chute so that it'll drop right down into the coin return, or into the coin box. So it's a really cool telephone, and I'm going to go ahead and reinstall the body. And now what we want to do is I'm going to go ahead and get the vault door set up to where we can put the vault door back on. And we'll make one more phone call with this telephone. Give you some dial tone.
Good afternoon. Our body shop can repair almost any make and model for less. Offenburg, Belleville, 234-0330. Today is Wednesday, November 2nd. The time is 1:12. Current temperature 79 degrees. Now the weather forecast for the Belleville area.
Partly cloudy today with highs in the 70s. Partly cloudy this evening, then becoming mostly cloudy with a chance of showers and occasional showers after midnight. Lows in the upper 40s. Much cooler on Thursday. Cloudy skies with rain likely. Highs in the lower 50s.
So we know that everything is working now, and Roger should be pretty happy to get this telephone back. And it's a really cool telephone, and you're not going to see a whole lot of these. They're out there, but you won't see a lot of them, and it's just a really neat situation. And it's kind of cool to see how these phones evolved. And you know, this is one of the last models they put out, because it was Touchtone. And you know, after Touchtone started becoming more available, what they did was they started changing these telephones into single slot payphones, and that's kind of where, you know, these really cool old 3-slot payphones kind of went you know, out of service. Although some stayed in service, they just weren't using them as much anymore. And it kind of was a new age for the payphone when they went to the single slot. But these 3-slotters are really cool, and this is just a really nice example of a A&E 3-slot payphone with a factory modification for the Touchtone. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. This is Roger's telephone from Texas. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.